Well, hello and welcome to yet another Daily Dominion. We have a Monday Kingdom, meaning it's base mixed with any other expansion, any other big expansion. In this case, it's Dark Ages. And yeah, this kingdom does not spark joy for me, I think. We have witch and no curse trashing. We don't have any estate trashing. There is some trashing in counterfeit. But yeah, before I get into the specifics of that, let me go through the cards one by one. Feel free to skip, as always. I will put a timestamp. Alright, we have Cellar. Plus one action, discard any number of cards. Plus one card per card discarded. Can be nice, but it also lowers your hand size. But in those junky kinds of decks, it can be alright, I think. Sage. Plus one action. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal one, costing 3 or more. Put that card into your hand and discard the rest. So this one is kind of alright, or even nice in the early game, but then once you get some provinces in, it really falls off. It just skips your 0 and 2 cost cards, but doesn't really do that much for you. So yeah, no real reason to go for it all too much. Workshop. Gain a card costing up to 4. Also okay-ish. Rather weak in this specific setup for sure, I think. Poacher. Plus one card, plus one action, plus one coin. Discard a card per empty supply pile. And yeah, this one is also one of those cards that is nice in the early game, but falls off a bit in the late game. Here, I think even in late game, we'll have some stuff to discard to it, like curses or estates. So, yeah, alright. Procession. You may play a non-duration action card from your hand twice, trash it, gain an action card costing exactly one more than it. I guess you can turn some poachers into knights or festivals or witches later, but also not super enticing, and especially in those junky kinds of decks where you're unlikely to align it reliably with other good cards. Bandit Camp. Plus one card, plus two actions, and gain a spoiled. So the village effect, allowing you to play 2 terminals, but also it gains you a spoiled, so it's actually draw negative, like draw neutral. The net hand size increase is 0. It is actually -1 because it gains you a spoils, and spoils are things that you have to draw then later. But at least when you play them, they are as good as the gold in value, but also vanish to the spoils pile after you play them. We have counterfeit, plus one coin and plus one buy. You may play a non-duration treasure from your hand twice, trash it. The only copper thinning here, and although maybe I'm lying a bit, there is some sort of other thinning in the knights pile, but I'll get to that in a bit. We have festival, plus two actions, plus one buy, plus two coins. Also a hand size decreasing village. And the buy can be nice, but also counterfeit has buy. We have the knights pile. So the knights are characterized by all having the same below or the same secondary effect, where each other player has to reveal the top 2 cards of their deck, trash one of them costing 3 to 6, and then discard the rest. If a knight is trashed by this, trash this knight that you just played. So the knights will deplete each other and can lead to some really fierce knight battles. And notable in this kingdom is Dame Anna, which allows you to trash up to 2 cards from your hand. So that is curse trashing. I forgot about this in the beginning. But also the knights are completely randomly shuffled, and currently Sir Michael is on top, which is a very strong knight because it also comes with a discard attack. But yeah, I don't know. We have Witch, very relevant here. Plus 2 cards, each other player gains a curse. And yeah, curses are going to be deadly, and we will hope to win the curse split somehow. But having the 4-3 is already not a great precondition to that. So let's see. Yeah, that brings us to the kingdom analysis part. We have a kingdom laden with attacks, as is yeah, typical for the Dark Ages expansion. Maybe I'm going a bit over the top with this 1, 2, 3, 4 stage attack bar there, but both the knights and witch are tier like top tier attacks, so it is justified, I guess. The draw is very little, if non-existent actually, because there are no, well, there is one hand-size neutral village, but it needs fodder. Like you could procession poachers or procession sages, and then you will even gain a card costing one more, and then draw 2 cards, have 2 actions for playing 2 cards, so that's hand size neutral, but the rest of the villages here, Bandit Camp and Festival, are net negative in hand size, and which only draws 2 cards, so yeah, weak draw, if at all. We have a bunch of gains with Counterfeit, Festival, Bandcamp gaining some stuff, Workshops being able to gain some stuff, but yeah, it's gonna be junky, super junky. I already dislike this kingdom even before playing it. Yeah, opening wise, I think on the 4-3, well, the goal is to hit 5 to get one or at best two witches in as quickly as possible. Then go for some counterfeit stuff, and maybe, yeah, Sir Michael is definitely a knight worth picking up. But yeah, sorry, there was a pop-up coming up. And so we go for Poacher Silver on the 5-2, which seller seems like a dream. Let's see what the AI has. The AI at least does not have the 5-2, and we hit 5 here. This is kind of nice. I think at this point we can still pick up another poacher. The curses are going to run, but yeah, let's also pick up a counterfeit here. But still, yeah, let's get in that second witch. We did get in one curse before we shuffled. Do we go for a sage at all? Doing like, is this a seller or a sage here? Both are not super great, but I think we want to see our good cards more often and our witch miss. Actually, our witches miss here, because there's the 2 poachers and the witches. This doesn't bode well. I think next turn we're just going to try to play one witch. But yeah, let's just throw in the procession, maybe we'll get lucky. But this is a really sucky draw because we cannot play those poachers. Otherwise, or we cannot play those witches, one of those 2. Because if we play them and trigger this 12-card shuffle, then we'll only see the other witch really, really late. So we just need to bite the bullet here, give out a curse, and yeah, I don't want to over poacher, but I think this seems alright. And here, yeah, nice, we get to process poacher, I guess, and we get to gain Sir Michael. And we even find 2 witches. This is huge. Yeah, let's gain Sir Michael. Actually, this is a bug. I shouldn't be able to undo this because I just revealed what knight was below that. But yeah, that's how it is. And yeah, let's get through this deck a bit. It's still not great. Like we have 9 cards to get through, but at least we'll get to trigger the shuffle in 2 turns. And maybe, so currently we're 1 up on the curse split, but I still has a witch in there, I think. So yeah, let's see where this brings us. AI went for a second counterfeit. I think that's alright. Oh, we have the seller in there, so we might even get a bit further. Do we want a second seller? I don't think so yet. What does the AI play? Does play its witch. And two counterfeits. Yeah, here I think we do want to trigger the shuffle for sure. Maybe we find a witch or at least Sir Michael. Do get to trash one of AI's good cards. I think, as weird as it might sound, I kind of like putting in more possession to get rid of those poachers. Oh, we don't find our witch. Why? Come on. This is not great. Oh, we do get to possess one. Do we even want to? Yeah, I think. There's only one curse left. The draw is not great. I would have loved to find the bandit camp for sure. Um, um, let's not get rid of this witch. We might like to draw, although yeah, it's not great. Let's process it. I'm not super sure about this, but let's get rid of it and maybe put in a sage at this point. Or a silver. I think a silver might be best. This draw sucks. We split the curses evenly. AI is better trashed on the copper front for sure. Maybe that might be my downfall. I don't want to buy anything there. And yeah, we do get to process a procession. I think we want to do to just get 2 5-cost cards in here. Poacher this away, gain a. Let's see what the next knight is. Okay. Get all of this away. Let's see again what the next knight is. We don't see any Dame Anna stuff, but we do get to pick up a few bandit camps and another counterfeit. And yeah, this was a good turn, I think. But yeah, just this whole game is devolving into an awful slog. And AI is up a province now. Not great. I don't want to pick up a seller here, I think. Here, at least we do get to increase our hand size before playing this seller. We do have 3 knights, so if we get to play them a bunch, then we might be able to do a bit at least. Yeah, let's. Do we want to discard one of the silvers just to see more cards? Yeah, let's do this. And here, well, we trash one of AI's sages, which is pretty inconsequential, but here I like picking up a province just to not fall too far behind in points. We see the procession here, which is not great. With 5, what do I even pick up here? I think maybe Bandit Camp. Well, this is a nice hand to sell our way, even though we don't get to trigger the shuffle. AI also does some seller action. Hey, look at this. This is so sad. Oh man. Oh man. All those sellers. And do we even want to trigger this without those 2 knights in the next shuffle? AI does have a duchy. But there's 2 curses here. I think I like triggering. Do get to trash this, get to trash this. Do we even pick up an estate at this point? Are we going to... Is the game going to end on estates? Let's be optimistic. Let's say we might do more than just estate later. No, AI does get another province in. But we also do get another province in. This is 4, 6, 7. No province for us. Maybe we'll manage to hit AI's duchy. Nope, but we do hit a silver. And here, what do we want to pick up even? I think I like just picking up a gold, as weird as it might sound. We essentially exchanged this silver for... No, actually, then I shouldn't counterfeit the copper, but I'll exchange the copper for gold. Might enable us to hit province sometime in the future. I think there is a witch down here, if I'm not mistaken. So we might be able to trigger this nice shuffle. AI also buys another gold. Oh, apparently I I miscounted, but we do get to put in 2 spoils into this shuffle. Play one here, and now I think I like getting that estate. I don't think I want to process the seller. There's not much merit to it. I'd rather just draw one more card here. And our money does get bunched up a bit. Well, if we counterfeit the silver, we hit 12. This is so much better than hitting 8 or keeping the silver in the deck. What do we like more? I think I still just want to hit province here. Do we put in a state? Let's say yes. This is an annoying bunch up of our stuff. We had, I guess we did trigger that shuffle with 3 villages not in the shuffle, so I guess we deserve it. Here, I think I like just playing Dame Sylvia, pick up a duchy, and get on with our lives. Just run away in points as much as possible, as far as possible. Yeah, AI does have those weird seller turns. There was its duchy. Does get to counterfeit something, a copper. It doesn't counterfeit the gold, which is very interesting. It could have hit 8 there, and I think it should have. Let's discard these, trigger shuffle, hit 4. And the stage might as well be alright. Here I'm going to process the bandit camp. It's not going to matter all too much, and we do get to see 2 cards that way. Maybe we'll find the witch or some of the knights. AI does get a decent turn here. Hitting province and silver. We can at least disrupt it a bit in its next turn. We only hit 4. At which point, let's just embrace the sadness. Yeah, this shuffle is much worse than our last shuffle because we didn't put in any of the spoils here. But we do hit duchy here, which is huge. And this counterfeit doesn't find anything to go with it. Really annoying. And do we just pick up an estate? Or are we too... Or do we pick up a silver and say, maybe we'll hit a bigger price point that way? Let's see, if the AI picks up 2 estates here, that might... So the reason I'm contemplating this is because it's right before the shuffle. And I might not want this estate in the shuffle, but then, well, if AI does pick up both of those estates, it makes it very hard for us to... We basically need province and duchy. This is looking good. Yes, this is looking amazing. At this point, can pick up province and cellar and then see this hand. I double Dutch C4 AI. This is not looking good. Um, ooh, what is AI looking for here? Does not get to pick up anything. Do we even discard the copper here? Yeah, I think we do. We hit 5. If we hit, I think we go for the duchy, because then we only need one more duchy. Nice, AI sees 2 good cards there. And now, oh, this is so close. If AI manages to province here, we're toast. And here, let's just go for the seller. We just need to hit 2 then, this turn. Process this bandit camp, and we do it. Oh man, this I'm sweating over here. Man, we we did manage to slog this through. But, oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm still a bit sick, but oh my gosh, 33 turns. This is oh, and this is just I'm just laughing because I survived this. It is so okay. Oof. What is this game even? Oh, this was the saddest slog of all times. I'm sure I could have done better things. Maybe those processions weren't too great. I liked that I turned my poachers into better stuff. I liked having a slight edge on the knights, even though we did never hit any of AI's duchies, and mainly cycled estates and curses for it. AI did have that lead in trashing with counterfeit, which was good, but also we did have some sad witch draws, like this one turn where both poachers and both witches basically bottom deck, where we just had to opt for this one witch play, which I think was correct, was not a pleasure to play. Um, yeah, we also, yeah, AI also maybe picked one too many sellers. We did pick up 2 or 3 of them in the end game to try to lower the piles, but yeah, what to take away from this? Just don't play this kingdom. It's awful. It's really awful. Why, why does the daily do this to us? I think this might be my longest playthrough, 33 turns. Incredible. Anyways, on that note, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll try to catch you next time. Goodbye.